What is going on, YouTube? Back with the Prez Wednesday, bringing you the second routine of the week. Monday's routine was all in the park. You can see the weather out here. It's been raining all morning. I got a little bit of a break right now, so I'm going to start my legs outside. Every week so far for the last about 5-6 weeks, I've been progressively hitting a PR on barbell back squats. Every single, either it was done on a Wednesday or a Thursday. I started this routine off PRing on these when I was still doing my belt squats in the gym. I haven't been hitting the belt squats on Sundays because that's when I was just training legs twice a week. Now I'm training legs 3 times a week. I'm only training 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm supposed to hit 275 today, or 265 for 10. I hit 265 for a set of 8 on my AMRAP last week. As I was warming up, my legs have a ton of fatigue still in them from Monday's Bulgarians. Bulgarians light everything up. Hamstring, glutes, quads, and I did high rep training there. 3 sets of 8 to 10 on each leg with 80 pounds on each leg. That was the heaviest I've ever gone for that much volume. So we're not going to be able to hit that PR today. That'll have to be hopefully be done on Friday. But we're going to work technique work today. I got 225 on the bar, so we're going to keep the volume low and really work form and technique here, guys, in depth. So when you notice, if you watch these last couple of weeks videos, when I'm doing my AMRAP sets for my PRs, I'm not going ass to grass. I'm stopping at just about 90 degrees, right? Just because when the loads are that heavy, I don't need to risk dropping lower to increase the range of motion where I'm going to get more hypertrophy benefits by going heavier right now, right? So now with these lighter sets, I could really work that depth. So 225 on the bar, still decent load here, guys. But just peep it. And we're gonna hit just 3 sets of 3 rack squats, guys. I've talked about the benefits of rack squats for years. This type of stuff right here, sets like this, reps like this, with lower weight, but pausing on the bottom, dropping all the tension, relieving tension, and then powering from the bottom is gonna build you a ton of strength, a ton of confidence coming out of the hole of a squat, right? That's where most people would fail and get stuck in a rep. You want to get down and dirty when doing these reps like this, guys. Pausing on the bottom, set up the safeties, own that shit. This is the heaviest I've ever done for these rack squats too, so very happy with that. I'll do 2 more sets, 225 for 3. I'll film them all. All right, guys, 3rd set, like I said, just 3 sets of 3, 3-minute strict breaks between each set here. This is gonna keep the nervous system working hard on these reps, but it's not gonna stress it as much as going with those max loads right here, guys. Remember, these pause off the rack squats, guys, again, like I said, great for building brute pressing strength out of the hole. Alright, guys, that was it for the back squats. Yesterday I actually did calves on my own. It was an off day for me, but I just trained calves because I didn't get any calf work done on Monday, so I'm not doing any more leg work. Typically you always see me throwing some type of calf routine throughout the week. Hit them yesterday, not going to train them again. Now on this 3rd set also, I paused a little bit longer on the bottom. Now I just want to give you guys a little bit of insight, right? So when at the bottom, when I'm here and the bar is resting on the rack, in theory, I can literally let go of the bar and get out of it, right? Because the bar is going to be resting here. It's a safe position, so you do not have to worry about getting hurt. Same thing if you're coming up out of the hole and you don't make it. Just let the bar drop back onto the rack and you can crawl out of it. But also now, remember this, when I'm at the bottom and the bar's resting on the rack, even though I'm eliminating tension, I'm eliminating stretch reflex from the movement, I'm creating and I'm keeping the tension in my body. So I'm still holding on to that bar, my body's still tight. I'm just eliminating all the stretch reflex and all the tension that's dissipating as I'm going down, and then I'm regenerating it as I push back up. 3 sets of 3, 225, done. Moving on to upper body work, let's go. All right guys, leg work is done, 3 sets of 3. Moving on, barbell seated overhead press. Monday, we did a ton of handstand push-up training, and these barbell overhead presses, they complement the handstand push-up strength, right? These, again, they help build overall maximal strength, which is going to translate over to your relative strength, right? So if I'm doing bodyweight handstand push-ups, you got to figure I'm probably losing about maybe 20% of my body weight from my arms. If you can do, especially seated, barbell overhead press with the equivalent amount of weight, it's just going to translate over to those brute force pressing repetitions in the handstand push-ups, right? So last week I did these standing, and I did 3 sets of 8 at 105. So I got 115 on the bar seated. Now seated, you don't get the leg drive, but you also don't have to worry about core stability here. So it's a little bit of a catch-22. I'm not going to say one's easier than the other or one's harder than the other. They both got their difficulties and their advantages. So 115, let's go. Nice. For a solid 8 reps there. Probably had at least 1 to 2 left in the tank. Also, which is what I want. Same thing I did last week with the overhead, the standing reps, right? Not trying to go too close to failure, especially on this first set. These are going to put a lot of stress on the delt. These seated variation, these straight overhead pressing movements, but you're also going to get a good amount of upper chest engagement too here, guys. The whole clavicle area is going to be getting worked. I went a little bit narrower grip there. The wider you go, you can bring it a little bit deeper, which will stretch the upper chest a little bit more. But I'm stronger in that narrower grip in the seated variation. 2 more sets, let's go. All right guys, second set. Another smooth 8 with at least 2 in the tank there. 2.5, 3-minute breaks right now. 1 more set. So last set, best set. Alright guys, moving on to pose. Monday, we hit the weighted pose, vertical, didn't hit any rowing movement, so today we're going to focus on our horizontal rowing. You guys also haven't seen me rock this vest in probably years. This is my 40-pound weighted vest. Very uncomfortable, it's very big, it's cumbersome on the body, feels awkward, and it's been sitting in the pouring rain for the last, I don't know, day and a half. And it's soaking wet right now, so probably got another 3, maybe 5 pounds of added water weight to it, right? So maybe we're sitting around 42 to 45 pounds with this right now. And this is also going to place the load directly onto my back. It's going to give a great stimulus, right? So ring rows, guys, nice hypertrophy rep range, 3 sets, 8 to 12 or 8 to 15 reps, nice and controlled repetitions here, guys. And we keep the break short, 2 minutes in between each set. 13. Decent reps right there. Saving 1, 2 in the tank right there. 2 more sets. 2-minute breaks. Let's go. Alright guys, last set, best set, 2-minute breaks. Alright, another 12 reps on the third set. So I think we did 13, 12, 12, strict 2 minutes. Like I said, that's the main horizontal movement for the day. You're going to light the back up. We hit the main vertical on Monday. I'm not doing too much volume on any one of these sessions. It's just been pretty intense all week, meaning loads are high, volume's going to be lower for all our full body movements. If we get back to the park Friday might be a higher volume, all body weight sets, but rain is forecast for the rest of the week. And now that I have access to the park, it's nicer out. I don't really like to train my reps and sets in here. One, it looks better on camera training in the park. So in the gym, we're going to focus on the heavier shit. Let's go. Alright guys, back to push. Chest focus now. We hit the weighted dips on Monday, so going into our horizontal pressing. Last week, I was doing these with 85 pounds on the slightly higher bar, and I just did one AMRAP 25 rep clip, right? It wasn't even 25 straight. Then I did 13 and then myo rep my way to 25. So I dropped the low. I only got 50 pounds in the back today. I want 50 straight reps as quick as possible right now. Let's get into them. All right, guys, so I'm coining this workout the 50 for 50 push-up burnout. 50 pounds in the bag for 50 repetitions. So we're calling it 50 for 50 here, guys. And the purpose of doing this set like this, one, that first initial clip, right? We want to take that first initial clip right here to pretty much extreme muscular failure, maybe leaving 1 rep in the tank, and I think I catch a 20 clip here. What that does is it's going to pump a ton of blood, a ton of metabolites into the muscle. It's also going to start to generate a lot of fatigue. And now when you take this step back and rest short, you're never really letting the muscle fully recover. You're going back into the reps, and the reps are difficult. So these are all effective reps from here on out, right? And the volume on each rep is going to be under 5 for the rest of the remaining 30 reps that I owe. And all 5 of these reps, like I said, they're going to induce a lot of hypertrophy, a lot of muscle building stimulus, a lot of fatigue. This is one full set, right? 50 reps. You don't do this for 3 sets. This one set is taking you past failure, past exhaustion multiple times, and you keep myo repping out the remainder of the set, guys. This is mentally tough, physically tough, but I'm telling you, it's going to get you super strong, give you a crazy pump in the chest or whatever muscle you're utilizing it for, and it can be done for different movements too, guys. It doesn't have to be just done for push-ups. You can do it with your pull-ups, your dips, squats. If you're ballsy with it and you're not nervous, you could do it. So finishing off this set, guys. Enjoy the rest of the work. Time, you guys. When you train the weighted push-ups like this, with weight on your back, and you're doing those tough when you're trying to hit a rep goal, and you're in the banging out, just less than 5 reps a clip. Every one of those reps are going to be effective muscle building reps here, guys. This is going to have your chest screaming, and plus having the weight on your back, staying in this prone position, it compresses the lungs, makes breathing harder, gets that heart rate up. That's what we want here, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Last 10. Forty-four. 3, 2, 1. Nine. 50, guys. 50. For 50, we're gonna call that. I got 50 pounds in the bag. Just show you guys. 25, 50. And that is a wrap for the routine, guys. Chest is screaming, chest is lit. Right now, probably the most lit body part of my entire body right now after all that work. Again, very minimalist style, full body training, the most bang for your buck movements. When you're training like this, with this much intensity, taking the sets this close to failure, when the lows are high, and you're naturally falling in, you know, like anywhere from, let's just say, 3 on the squats, to even 20s naturally, you're going to be building a ton of strength and hypertrophy, guys. You don't need to do a lot of volume, a lot of exercises. Friday will be another full body routine. We can vary it up a little bit again. And again, do the biggest bang for our buck movements. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content. If you have a question or comment, leave in the comment section. I'll always get back to you guys. If you have a specific routine or a specific exercise you need demonstrated, let me know. I can film a video for you guys. Like always, I appreciate all the support. Like the video, helps you out, share with your friends and your family. You know, guys, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Barnaturals.
And they all love to talk, you know they do that shit the most. Think you on my level, boy, but you ain't even close.